your brows off. I'm not going to play. And just to avoid a little confusion about a well-known TV personality who happens to play baritone sax, I'm not Lisa Simpson. I am Don from Darling's Island, but I'm not Don Darling. He's taller, and he won the toss, so he's better looking, but I get paid. Anyway, I'm going to pass this back as soon as I find out. Thanks, John. I have the pleasure of being here on behalf of both the theatre and the band. And St. Mary's Band is extremely honored to be invited here and to play. Yeah, we had a little bit of fun with our nation's anthem, but your response was over the top, and it clearly shows that being Canadian is not taking ourselves too seriously. St. Mary's Band was formed in 1903, and again, to avoid confusion and any fallacious conclusions, I wasn't there. But the beauty of it is it has always been made up by volunteers. And so we have 116 years of volunteers, and you saw tonight's version. And that, too, is the essence of the theatre. And Derek Bishop, the president of the theatre, is going to talk to you about that later on in the evening. I'm just going to try and fill in something about the foundation. There's really, most of us confuse this, but really there are two parts of the theatre. There's the foundation, which gets the money, and then there's the theatre, which spends it. And both of them are administered by, again, volunteer boards. So this is, we're all sitting there with all of these volunteers. Now, the theatre is funded in part by our municipalities, St. John, Rothesay, Quispamsis, Grand Bay, Westfield. And that accounts for about 25% of our funding. And by the way, it's the lowest of the three main theatres in New Brunswick, so maybe we deserve a raise. But the preservation of the theatre building itself is not the responsibility of any of these townships. It's the responsibility of the foundation board. And we have to raise the funds. I'm not going to invite you not to make donations, but I want to tell you about the financing. The foundation was here to build the financial security of the theatre, and about 20 years ago we had $1 million. We now have $4 million. And we think that your foundation's volunteer board is doing its part, but that's only the tip of the iceberg. When I first got involved with the theatre, Peter Smith told me that the average theatre of the nature of this Imperial lasts about 2.5 years on average. Now, I'm not a fan of averages. Unless you know what components go into that, you can't make any valid conclusion. I mean, you can be sitting on a block of ice with your head in the oven, and on average, you're quite comfortable. But clearly, the Imperial Theatre has been above average since its inception. So along with celebrating 2019 as our 25th anniversary of our birthday, not our birthday, remember? It's the anniversary of the birthday. It's also the 10th anniversary when Imperial has been above average in all of its competitors. And for that, you have to congratulate yourselves, your friends, your family, the people that are sitting next to you. You are the rest of the iceberg. Now, to continue and perhaps enforce the iceberg, I have to give you a small warning. Derek Bishop is an accountant. So am I. But I don't count. I'm retired. I've already lost my balance. So I'm going to raise a simple question that I will answer unless Peter Smith beats me to it. A simple question that even I can answer. How do you identify an accountant in a crowd? Thanks, Peter. And you are the crowd. You are what stands out when we come down to the essence of this theatre. And that's the way we like it. And I think I got to say, but I'm really just going to step off the stage. Thank you for coming. Enjoy your evening.